Hello, Internet. Welcome to Lame Theory, the only show on the Internet that makes theories about video games that are really more of headcanons, considering the fact that they can be pulled out. This isn't, like, really a parody of game theory that I'm just calling lame theory. I just think that my own theories are rather quite lame. Anyway, so Doki Doki Literature Club is being talked about a lot. I mean, it might not be as relevant now, but I still like it, and I think a lot of people do too, especially since big YouTubers like Markiplier and Game Grumps are playing it now. So I think it's still fresh enough to grab a theory from. So, in this game, you are yourself, really. Well, I mean, you play generic boy that's in every visual novel dating sim, and really, it's okay. It's fine as a dating sim, but it gets dark. Things really turn when long lost childhood friend. Well, not long lost, but still long-time childhood friend, Sayori, commits suicide. She is depressed in the game, and she says so. In fact, her confession to you explains how depressed she is, as well as the conversation with her before you work on the festival decorations with Yuri. Now, it is in this scene that the background around Sayori starts to change. The background is the game trying to start up, but it's glitched, and then there's an error message, and then it ends with your character thinking what went wrong. So you start the game again, and Sayori is nowhere to be found. Her usual spot on the title screen is replaced with an image of Monika's title screen image, but now it's glitched with certain parts of other characters from the game meshed in there. The new game option is now been reduced to a bunch of squares and certain characters from other languages that aren't English. Now, when you try to start the game, Sayori's name is glitched. It's other random characters and squares. And then she tries to come in, but she's glitched. Her normal images when talking are nowhere to be found. Her character file has been deleted. So the game goes as normal, but Sayori isn't there. It restarts, but she's no longer existed. This is apparent when the game restarts and your character says, "It's as normal of a day as ever. Something, something, I'm jealous of people walking together, though I've always walked alone." Which is a contrast to the beginning of the game where he talks about how he's always walked to school with Sayori. Now, Sayori, who got your character into Doki Doki Literature Club, or just the Literature Club, she not being there, you'd think, well, how can the game progress? Well, club president Monika comes in. Now, I've mentioned Monika a few times, and keep her in mind. She's the one anime girl who's on this thumbnail right here. Now, Monika invites you into the Literature Club, but the game is different from before when you were playing the game with Sayori in the game. It's mostly the same, but the girls are acting differently now. Natsuki is the first one, I believe, to start acting differently, with her normal text being replaced with black text, or text it's not black, but it's white, and it has some heavy shadows around it. Then, It's also in this second run of the game where there's cussing. Now, I like to keep my channel family friendly, and not all the black text has cussing in it. But it's still there, and I think it's a symbolization because normal, like, cutesy visual novel dating simulators, they really don't have cussing in them. Cussing is more for serious themes, which you don't expect out of something that's called Doki Literature Club and has a color palette of pink, 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 and dark pink. Now, it's because of this, it's because of the cussing and the slight variations in pitch and tone of the music that you know something is not right. And then it gets really weird when Natsuki, instead of being playfully mean like she was before, starts just being a real jerk. Yuri suddenly has more of her past revealed about herself and more of who she is as a character. In your previous run with Sayori, you might have done the activities with Yuri. In this, you would have seen her fascination with knives. This has led some people to believe, before seeing the rest of the game, that she cuts herself. It is later revealed that she, in fact, does. Through a glitch. Although it's not really a glitch. If you look at the files on your computer, you can see that things are changing. You can look into the files for Doki Literature Club, and you can clearly see that there's a file labeled characters. If you were to look at this while the game was quote-unquote normal, you would see that, well, Sayori's there. Everyone's there. But now Sayori's gone. You can open up the different files, and while .chr is just meant to represent that they're characters, it's not a real file format. Maybe it'll become a real file format in the future, but it's not a real file format for our purposes today. Or ever, as far as I know. However, some people have been opening it up in some people have been opening up these files in different formats, such as Notepad or image files, but really, it doesn't have anything to do with my theory today. Anyway, you can see the girls are acting weird, to the point where they end up killing themselves, just like Sayori did. Now, some people say Sayori didn't kill herself because she has blood on her hands, and so maybe she didn't kill herself, but rather someone else hung her, but that's not really the point. The point is, the other girls killed themselves, and so I think Sayori probably did too, just to keep with the theme. I'm not sure if every girl can kill herself in a single run, but they do end up killing themselves. Yuri kills herself by stabbing herself with a knife, and Natsuki snaps her own neck, like not using her hands or anything, or like a rope or anything. She just kinda moves her head to the side and it snaps. So that's how their death scenes go. But as different things go along, the game gets progressively bad, and the characters end up killing themselves. So then there's Just Monika. You might have seen this meme of Just Monika, and it's Doki Literature Club. What Monika confesses to doing is she confesses to changing the characters, heightening their bad qualities so that you would fall for Monika and not the other girls. However, you just couldn't seem to go away from the other girls, so she just deletes them all. And then there's just Monika. The video's not over yet. That was just a short recap of Doki Doki Literature Club and how it all pertains to what's going on with Monika. She is self-aware. A lot of people have been saying she's a character who became self-aware. Some people propose that the characters in Doki Doki Literature Club are not even supposed to be in Doki Doki Literature Club, but rather they're from a different video game altogether. It's been rumored that the team that created Doki Doki Literature Club is making a new game in 2018. And many things in Doki Doki Literature Club are hinting at this new game. However, while I think that's fine, the ways that you go about getting the evidence for it to hint to a new video game, I honestly think it's a bit of a stretch. Like, you have to look at descriptions of the book that Yuri reads, in 2 different runs, by the way. You have to open up character files in different format. Like, you have to do this in order to get this evidence. Just, it takes intense digging around the files and just a lot of stuff. And I'm not saying those theories are wrong. I guess we just have to wait for 2018 for Team Salvato's new game, if they're even creating a new game in 2018. Another piece of evidence for this theory is that the way Monika describes changing the characters to make you like her more, it's not how dating sim characters work, especially in a visual novel dating sim. Visual novel dating sim characters are based purely on the script, the dialogue script, not the programming script. But the way Monika says it, it sounds like she's been changing the programming script. And in visual novel dating sims, the only way that the programming script fits in is to display which characters are up and what images to put up depending on what text they're saying. That's the only thing in the programming script, as well as what dialogue to throw up there, but they mainly pertain to things that you choose and say in the game, and just, you know, whatever they say. That's what a dating sim character is. It's based purely on dialogue and nothing on their AI or anything the way that Monika's describing it. However, this is getting a bit confusing. And if Monika's able to edit files and all this, and she says my friends are fake, and I know this, but she never says that she is fake. She likes you, the player, or in this case the viewer, because you are real. And so she ends up taking over and all that. But why would she do this? Well, she obviously is getting something out of this, and honestly, I don't know what that reason is. I think she wanted to be with someone who was real. That much is clear. But right now, that really doesn't matter. What matters is what I think. In this instance, like, don't take that out of context, because it's illegal. So, with this information, with all that's there, I've come to the following theory. Monika created Doki Doki Literature Club. She created a game so that she could trap players and just to be with them. It's similar to the Jumanji movies. We don't know why or how or who created the Jumanji board game, or I guess in the new case, the video game. Same thing with Zathura, which was Jumanji in space. But we do know that Monika has created Doki Doki Literature Club. This would explain why the AI is too complicated for an actual dating sim. It's too complicated because this is the first game Monika's ever made. She doesn't have experience, and so she would assume that all characters are based on the way they act, based on the programming script instead of the dialogue script. I'm sure that's what a lot of you thought until MatPat or my video. So, that would explain that. She can delete the files and she can look through your computer. She has this power because she put the role of club president as an all-knowing role. She needed a fail-safe just in case she would become a mindless, fake, just waifu anime drawing in a dating sim that didn't know anything. She needed a fail-safe to make sure that she would still have all of her knowledge. This is why, when you start the game again without Monika, after you delete her, which is what you have to do in order for the game to progress, that Sayori, when she becomes the club president, ends up knowing everything. That is why she knows everything, because she is club president, and the role of club president is what allowed Monika to know everything. Perhaps she didn't know everything right away. It's certainly possible that in creating the game and then inserting herself as a character file made her not know things, but until things started to go up and she would know things as time progressed, that she would get her knowledge back. Yeah, I believe that's why she would say the thing she did. Or maybe she was just acting the entire time. Now, there is one thing that I think could probably take down this theory. The fact that the role of club president is the only one that's not dateable. Although I think this could probably be explained away with the fact that, again, it's Monika's first game and maybe it was just an oversight by her. Honestly, anything could mean anything. So, yeah, that's my theory. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, like, comment, and subscribe. I really want to get to 100 subscribers before the end of the year. Thank you for listening to my theory. Bye.